Plausible business thoughts are assessed by investigating the interest for the item or administration, gauging the accessible assets and taking a gander at the abilities, gifts and information you have. The way toward evaluating your thoughts includes considering all the business thoughts and salary-producing exercises you have created and zero down to 3 most encouraging thoughts, taking a gander at the points of interest and weaknesses and basing on your experience and judgment. To effectively survey the 3 business thoughts that you have chosen, you should utilize a table to count your outcomes for every business thought and classify them into sections of ability and capabilities, accessible hardware, access to crude materials, budgetary assets and adequate interest. At that point, utilize the accompanying inquiries to manage you. 1. Which of these business thoughts coordinates my qualities? 2. Which ideas can assist me with achieving my own objectives? 3. Which assets do I need so as to understand the business thought? 4. Which hole am I feeling? Is it a need or an issue? 5. Are there individuals out there who will purchase my item or pay for my administration? The most effective method to survey your business thoughts basing on your abilities, gifts, information and capabilities. Above all else, you need to survey the degree to which you have the necessary abilities: manual, individual, social, specialized. On the off chance that you don't have the necessary abilities, you should consider different choices like discovering another person with the aptitudes to support you. On the off chance that you need to discover another person with the aptitudes, at that point you ought to ask yourself further whether you will have the option to bear to pay for this individual adding to your business. Recollect that extra expenses from utilizing somebody may mean a decrease in your benefit. On the off chance that you discover that the necessary ability can be performed by you with no issue, that thought ought to get a high positioning. Yet, on the off chance that you find that your expertise level is low or non-existent as far as the ability required is concerned, at that point the thought ought to be evaluated low. Also, you need to take a gander at the eventual fate of the business thought by asking yourself which other optional abilities you need to get to satisfy your business objectives. What's more, how are you going to get them? The most effective method to survey your business thoughts in connection to the accessible assets. By assets, I mean fundamentally monetary assets, HR and different sources of info like crude materials. You need to consider the beginning up and working capital. The beneficial thing on the web organizations don't require tremendous entireties of cash to begin. You can begin modestly and develop your business. Be that as it may, you should observe the money-related assets you have to put resources into purchasing hardware, PC, and startup costs. You have to consider having money that you will use to meet the everyday prerequisites of maintaining your business. A positive rating possibly applies when you can have all the cash required to begin the business. Also, a low evaluating suggests that you can't have anything to begin the business. Also, you need to concentrate on other related information sources like gear and crude materials, for example programming. When utilizing certain gear, you have to have certain aptitudes. Moreover, you have to take a gander at the accessibility of the hardware, presently and in future, and the difficulties you may experience when utilizing it. Crude materials are what you use to create the item. A decent business ought to have a consistent inflow of crude materials, and their accessibility is so significant. In the event that they are promptly accessible, at that point give a high appraising. Yet, on the off chance that there are issues or occasional vacillations in accessibility and value, at that point the rating is low. Evaluating your business thoughts basing on the interest for the item or administration. Here you should concentrate on your remarkable selling recommendation, something extraordinary about the possibility that can make it progressively alluring. The interest for an item or administration implies the degree to which clients need it. You need to take the degree of rivalry in the commercial center. The interest of an item or administration is additionally identified with the capacity of the focused on clients to purchase. They may have the requirement for the item or administration yet when they have no cash to pay for it, and this implies the real interest is low. Having experienced the entire procedure, you will at that point select one business thought that has gotten the most elevated number of scores and note down the focuses utilizing the focuses underneath. 1. What's the way to go and what's its status? 2. What market does the business thought address? Are there any client input or tributes? 3. For what reason do you trust you have the favorable position in the commercial center in connection to the market needs? 4. What's the challenge in the commercial center? 5. Who is the group that is going to cause the business to succeed? 6. What's your long-haul vision for your business and the anticipated rates of return? 7. What's the assessed absolute subsidizing required executing the marketable strategy? 8. What measure of financing would you say you are looking for at first? At last, an appropriate review of the examination of your business thought will be significant for you to additionally build up a marketable strategy and to pass on all the fundamental data in an all the more clear and succinct way. It empowers you to impart in an affable, energetic and believable approach to catch the consideration of others, particularly the individuals you need to help you as you start your business. Click on the link in the description for more information.